Now, asking is involved in the definition of prayer, but prayer is not synonymous to ask. If you actually look in the Bible, the word prayer is never, and let me say this very clearly, never used as communication between human and human.
I have never said, never even intimated, that verse 44 is understandable outside of the context in which it is found. I never started with John 6:44. I don't go to John 6:44 and then try to put stuff together. Verse 44, here it is. Who's drawn by the Father? Those who are given by the Father, the Son. All of them will come to Christ. Every person drawn by the Father is raised up on the last day. In John 6:44, all those who are drawn are raised up by the Son.
Heresy to say that Mary gave birth to other children?
Yes, that would be a heresy.
So are all Protestants heretics?
Greetings, fellow Pope Defenders. In this episode of Protestants Say the Darndest Things, we will take a look at some contradictory claims made by our Protestant brothers that often may come across as gaslighting. So do stay tuned and do click that like button if you enjoy Protestants Say the Darndest Thing, episode 5.
Here it is. Who's drawn by the Father? Those who are given by the Father, the Son. All of them will come to Christ. Every person drawn by the Father is raised up on the last day. In John 6:44, all those who are drawn are raised up by the Son.
Now, as we can see, James White clearly contradicted himself, but we could also explain this away through his age, because maybe he's old and forgetful. And while Catholics rely on the infallible teaching authority of the magisterium, which is guided by the Holy Spirit, our Protestant brothers have to rely on the fallible interpretations of men like James White. And as Ferris from How to Be Christian pointed out years ago, John 6:44 doesn't say that all men drawn by God will be saved. And up next we have Elizabeth Stuckey saying something pretty interesting.
Heresy to say that Mary gave birth to other children?
Yes, that would be a heresy.
So are all Protestants heretics?
Now, while Trent went on to explain that heresy is the obstinate denial of a divinely revealed truth after one is baptized, my real issue with Elizabeth Stuckey here is the confidence she has when asserting that all Protestants believed that St. Mary had other children, therefore all of them are heretics. The vast majority of Protestants throughout history believed St. Mary remained a virgin. The objection to the perpetual virginity primarily comes from new Protestant denominations and their limited understanding of the English language. And talking about limited understanding of English, we have TacoTalks up next.
This guy claims that he proved the true Christian ministry wrong. Let's find out.
Now, asking is involved in the definition of prayer, but prayer is not synonymous to ask.
Well, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it is in fact synonymous.
If you actually look in the Bible, the word prayer is never, and let me say this very clearly, never used as communication between human and human.
This is another obviously false assertion. There's many examples in English translations of the Bible where the word prayer or pray is used in communication between two human persons.
You will never, ever see anything in the Bible where it says that he prayed to his brother, he prayed to his father.
He's doubling down on something which is so obviously false. But let's see what else they have to say.
I won't find it? Are you sure I won't find it? I think I found it. Let's take a look. 1 Kings 2:20 in the King James Version. Then she said, this is the mother of Solomon, I desire one small petition of thee. I pray thee.
There you go. But let's see how Taco, a person who blasphemes God's mother on a daily basis, responds to that fact.
So your entire argument to prove him wrong is to use a very old form of English that doesn't exist within the same context.
So this fallacy is called moving the goalpost. And also, I've just shown from the Merriam-Webster dictionary that the word pray and ask are still synonymous in the English language. And do keep in mind that no one in the first century spoke English.
Try to be consistent whenever you're trying to do something like this. So whenever you're trying to say like, oh, it is in the Bible, if we use an outdated form.
So again, moving the goalpost to seemingly gaslight his followers.
Of English that hasn't been in use for 300 years, then yes, I pray thee to please stop being absurd. It doesn't count that way. It doesn't work. So use a modern translation and then see if the word prayer is anywhere in there.